Welcome back to another Worthless Mutts to another Dognut movie commentary. Been meaning to do one for some time, just never had the time to go and look for another Dognut movie until yesterday, and I decided, hey, why not go get one and do these commentaries where I call out the dog nuttery in these movies. The movie that we'll be watching today is A Dog's Purpose. I also got The Dog's Purpose, and another day I'm gonna do the dog's Journey, something like that. I believe these both movies and this is based on some dog nuttery book by some dog nuttered author. So so yeah. So anyway, it's about what it's about. As we see in IMDb's plot heading, a dog looks to discover his purpose in life over course of several lifetimes and owners. uh, so that's pretty much somewhat what it's about. But obviously, there's gonna be a lot of it's a dog nuttery movie, so it's gonna be a lot of dog nuttery. And oh man, like honestly, man, to do things like this, like if as an intelligent, brave individual, you have to have like thick skin, thick eyes, a thick, aurora to sit and watch these things. And it's not for everyone. And I'm doing this. I'm doing this in hopes that I can help cure someone's dog nuttery, because the average moviegoer, the average dog nutter watching these things, they won't be able to see certain things. They will not be able to call this out or know this. They watch these movies to be entertained. They watch these movies to be conditioned, to be brainwashed, to have the movie or the TV tell them what to do and think. For me, I watch these types of movies to learn, to see what's coming, to see the subliminal messages, to help dog nutters. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to start. But as always, I'm going to be talking about other things throughout the movie. I'm also going to be eating. So, again, try to bear with the sound as I'm eating. But nevertheless, here we go. Man, again, I hope everyone is having a dog-free weekend in a week. My week has been, overall, it's been dog-free. Only time I'm really dealing with dogs is when I'm reading these articles and when I'm driving to work. Also, there's gonna be no sound, just for obviously copyright reasons. So, yeah. Every day, go to work, drive to work. I see dog nuts. I see dogs every day. Some lunatic is walking their dog. They could be doing something else. Or spend their time on a dog. And they say dogs help you get more active. So if you need a dog to be active, that means you're lazy. It means you're lazy. It means you're lazy. If you need a dog to be active to go for walks, you are lazy. How hard is it to get up and walk? How hard is it to go to the gym, go play sports or something? But you need a dog just to do that? You gotta reevaluate your life, dog nuts. Alright, so, ew! Man, so I'm eating and watching these nasty dogs, so if I barf, hear any barfing, I'm sorry. So as I'm watching this, you see a bunch of these worthless, nasty dogs doing nothing, worthlessness. Now, you see the dog catcher. They play little sad music. So, so, yeah. So they're narrating. They're narrating, and the dog is talking, and he's kind of like reminiscing on his life. And he says his life didn't add up to much because all he did was play and eat. Basically, that's it. They play, eat, play. They eat, they eat. They do nothing. They die. They eat, do nothing, and die. So these movies kind of tell they're telling that these dogs are worthless. Well then, talking about dogs are easy to train. All you need is food. All you really need is food. All you need is food to train the stupid out of these dogs. If dogs are so great, why would you need to train it? Why would you need to train a dog if dogs are so great? Do you need to train a rabbit? A hamster? Do you need to train a snake, a frog, a turtle? No. Always a dog. Always. Ugh. Ugh. So, again, they just want to demonize humans. So some random, I guess, dog catchers or whatever, you know, see a dog and say this dog is worth a couple bucks with a evil little smile. Oh god. So there's a nasty dog trapped in a car. Some dog nut child and his dog nut mom walk by and they see a dog, see a worthless mutt, I mean, in a car. Okay, so oh my god. So they see it. Oh my god. So they vandalize. Okay, there's a dog inside a truck, and it's hot. So these dog nuts vandalize the car, someone else's truck, to get the worthless mutt. Can you believe that? And the scene's over. So they vandalize the guy's truck to get out a worthless mutt, and they pretty much, I guess you can say, steal the dog. And that's it. Next scene. All that to save a friggin' dog. A dog. They're gonna destroy someone's truck, but they're using to make money, to make a living, to save a worthless mutt. My goodness. You know what they do? So now they're mingling a child and a dog. Again, this is dog nutty to the max. They're collaborating a child and a dog together. You know what that means? This is again a child looking at this, watching this. Average moviegoer watching this is they're done. They're done. This is brainwashing to a T because they don't know what to look for. Children don't know any like. Children don't know anything about dogs. They don't know anything about the dog culture. They don't know that dogs see children as food, as something to kill. They don't see that. Because again, we live in a society where dogs are worshipped. We have movies like this where they're collaborating a child and a dog. The child's happy, everyone's happy, they play positive music. So the child, the average moviegoer watching this is gonna feel good. They're gonna think dogs and children are good together. When that is far from it. When it's far from that. So the kid is training the stupid dog, but he's forgetting that he needs to use food. He has to use food. He's training the thing, and the thing's not even listening. Gotta use food, kid. Dog ain't gonna listen to you if you don't use food, or a little bit of pain. So yeah, Marvel. Again, so in the movie, it's the dog. The dog is narrating his own life, but obviously, come on, it's another person. Someone else wrote the script. Another person is reading it to make it seem like the dog is talking. Again, the children watching this, dog nuts watching this, they're gonna fall for this shit. The thing I hate is these adoption ads where they speak for the dog and say, I'm so and so, I'm good with this, I'm bad with this." It sounds so dumb. Can't believe they do that. It's so dumb. They're always speaking for the dog. Like it's ridiculous. Ugh. All right, so they okay, so they go to their, I guess, their grandparents' house. They go to their grandparents' house, and they didn't, and apparently they didn't tell them that they have a dog and that they're bringing a dog over. Because when they got there, they're like, "Hey, look what we got." So you did not tell them that you have a dog, but you're gonna bring it over. Again, that's common, not dog nuttery. They bring dogs to places where they are not wanted. Man, I'd wish these dog nuts, since they like to bring dogs to places they're not wanted, I wish these these dog nuts would bring these dogs to hell. Bring and send them to hell. So now they're feeding the dog food underneath the table. So now they have the kid rubbing his foot on the dog's head. They have the kid rubbing his feet on the dog's head while the dog is underneath the table while they're eating. Man, dog owners are nasty. They're nasty ass people, man. Yeah. Dogs are worthless. In the beginning, again, they pretty much specified that they're worthless. they're like they're like narrating for the dog, saying like, "What's my purpose? Like, my life's all for nothing," which it is, because these things don't do anything but eat and obey commands of their handler. And this is awful. And we have again, we know that dogs love to attack children. Their dog children are the number one target for dogs. And we have the kid all alone in a field with the worthless mutt. So if this kid is attacked and killed by the dog when no one's around, come on. People are like, "Oh, it's a movie. It's just a movie." Okay, this happens in real life too. Baby sleeping, dog's in the room, baby's dead. Parent leaves for a second, leaving the child and the dog together in the same room. Next second, you know, the dog attacks the dog. The dog attacks the child and kills him. So it's not just a movie. These things happen in real life all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if more actually do happen, and these dog nutters will cover it up and blame themselves or blame someone else. With all these missing children, chances are some of them were probably killed by the dog, and a lot of these parents are just covering it up to save the dog. I wouldn't be surprised. So, you left the dog alone in the house. They left the dog alone in the house. And the dog basically vandalizes the house. Alright, so the dog vandalizes the father's office area in the house, and the dad's like really angry and tells the child that you have to show the dog who's boss. the dad tells the child, you have to show the dog who's boss. It's man, dog nutters, man, dog nutters, man. So again, so now they're eating dinner, and guess what? They have the dog underneath the table while they are eating. They're eating and they have a dog underneath the table. So I'm guessing, long story short, the parents and the boss are talking about coins, so I'm guessing the dog ate a coin. So now the kid wants the dog to crap. I just remember that I think it was the movie Speed, where Nicolas Cage had to go find all those cars, and then I think a dog ate a key, and they had to make the dog crap, and then crap out a key, and you know. All right, well, this movie's in its chaotic state right now. South Africa pitbull attacks. We can't live in a world where dogs eat children. I've I've always hated dogs. There was never in my life where I liked dogs. You look at these dogs, and some of them just look like they want to chew you up. They look so ugly and nasty. They look ugly and nasty, like they want to chew you up. That's a reason to stay away from them. And my intuition has been right. So long story short, in the movie, the dog screws things up, and the kid screws things up. Now the father is angry at the dog. and the father locked the dog in the garage. Preferably, I think the dad should have got his shotty and just blow its head off. But anyways, they had residents in I'm gonna say Fomalang Township in South Africa woke up to horrific screams last Sunday morning. They came from a 3-year-old boy as he was attacked and then mauled to death by two American Pit Bull Terriers. And not one of them could have been like, hey, stop, this is wrong. This is wrong. Let's not do this. Let's not attack a little child. No. Both of them joined in together, double teamed, and killed a 3-year-old. And people are going to, again, like always, protect the pit bull, protect these dogs. They killed the 3-year-old. This is the dog's fault. This is also the owner's fault. And we can't allow this stuff to happen. Continue to happen. As long as these things exist again, this will continue to happen. The toddler had been outside with the neighbors, with the friends of the neighbors' gated front yard where the two pit bulls were usually tied up in a cage. But that morning they were loose and roaming around. It was as the children were playing, the dogs pounced on the, I guess, the child's name. All right, so in the movie, back to the movie. So the kid's a little bit grown up now in high school. Okay, so the kid's grown up in high school now, playing football, blah blah, yada yada yada. And he also brings the dog with him. And guess what? The dog's not leashed. No leash. The dog's just roaming around. Then the dog then, without reason, knocks down one of the kids and everyone laughs. Like, these things are worthless. Dogs are worthless. See, the father has to work. I'm guessing the even the son has to work in school. The mother has to work, but the dog does absolutely nothing. The dog does nothing. And this movie is called A Dog's Purpose. Wait, I hope I put the wrong one right now. A Dog's Purpose. We're 24 minutes in, and I've yet to see the dog have any kind of purpose. All the dog has done so far is basically nothing. Basically nothing. Nothing. So now they're in a carnival. And guess what? The kid brings the dog with him again. With no leash. No leash. Unleashed dog at a carnival. And guess what? Many children are around. Many people. There's food around. All that around. Anyway, so a video taken during the attack shows horrified relatives and neighbors shouting in shock, looking on at the vicious dogs, unsure of what to do and how to intervene. So they have these things. And they don't know what to do. All they can do is just pretty much watch as the child gets mauled. This is so unrealistic. I'm never mind. I'm not gonna. It's kind of really off topic, but I'm not gonna go there. They said one side of his face was gone, and you could see his brain. It was only when they poured hot water. Hot water on the dog that people were. So someone had to get like a pail or a cup, whatever, run somewhere, run back, carry it. That's at least a good 3-5 minutes that people were able to drag the child's lifeless body away from them. That's what they said. This is what his aunt says. Even the child's mother, grandmother, and grandfather witnessed what happened. It's going to take time for them to understand why they really? Is it really going to take you that long to understand? What's that old saying that dog lovers use? They're dogs, and that's what they do. They are dogs, and mauling children is what they do. If you want to prevent it from happening, eliminate the dog. If you eliminate the dog, then no one gets attacked or killed by dogs. It's that simple. You have to eliminate the dog. If you have someone that's, let's say in your classroom and they're very annoying and you can't focus, are you just gonna allow it to happen, sit there, do nothing, or are you gonna excuse or get rid of the problem? I think getting rid of the problem is often like the most logical situation, because talking to him or her doesn't do anything. They don't listen. So you have to get rid of this person because they are annoying. Same with dogs. These things are killers. Again, look what they did to this child. Side of his face was gone, and you can see his brain. Imagine this child is crying, and then silent. We got to get rid of these dogs. Eliminate these worthless mutts. Every single one of them. Single one. Groundswell of anger, the crowd who had rushed to the scene turned on the dogs and began throwing things at them. They managed to stun and catch one, setting it alight. Police then arrived to the community, bayed for revenge, and the 21-year-old owner of the dogs was arrested and charged with keeping... man, they should have... Honestly, they should have rushed... They also should have rushed the owner. Should have rushed the owner. You damn well know. If this owner had touched one of their children, they'll be rushing that guy. They would beat him to death. But somehow, this guy responsible for these dogs, the owner, responsible for bringing these dogs, they killed a child and they just let him go. No, you catch these owners, and the punishment should fit the crime. If these tough ass dog nuts or pit bull nutters want to get these dogs and these dogs kill someone, the punishment should fit the crime, not just to the dogs but also to the owner. I said it. You gotta take a stand. If you just keep allowing this to happen and just waiting for the police to just take this guy away, nothing's gonna change. Nothing will change. F these guys. F this guy. F these dog nuts. F these pit bull nuts. So, long story short, the dog basically, okay, so the kid's all grown up now, in high school age. Before that scene, the dog pretty much ruined the dog and the child, I would say, ruined the father's career with the dog. The dog pretty much ruined this guy's life. He had a good job. He had a good job. Everything going his way. They bring this worthless mutt in, and this worthless mutt costs him his job. Now this guy's an alcoholic. Now he's harming his wife and child, all because of this dog. Because of this dog. Ew. So the nasty dog dug up the dead cat. Ugh. Dogs are so stupid. My goodness. Look at these pit bull nuts. Look at this pit bull nuts, man. You think this fragile guy can handle this? Or this balloon can handle this? Oh, fake tough guys. Dog fighting rings. Fear of crime is felt to be a major factor in training animals like pit bulls. Dog fighting. Is honestly, I think they should just fight. I think dog fighting should be legal. Let these things kill each other. I mean, then their lives won't be as worthless anymore. At least they're doing something. Let them kill each other. I mean, because we have people out there hunting innocent animals for no reason. But we have a reason for dogs to fight, but they don't want to do that. It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And we got more pit bull nuttering. And then I'll read the last few paragraphs. Banning the breed means people in South Africa won't have to. Banning the breed means people in South Africa who want to feel safe will move from this to another breed. Well, that's the whole point. I think that's the whole point. If we got to start with someone or something, start with pit bulls, then go to the Rottweiler, German Shepherd, all the way till there is no single dog left on this earth. Every one of them. Um, I guess you remember South Park episode where they're using the cat. All right. So currently what's going on? So some jealous teammate is, I guess, ribbing the guy, and the guy punches him. Again, the dog is unleashed, roaming around everywhere. So everywhere this guy goes, the dog is always there. Everywhere. So I'm not sure how. Okay, so this whole thing is illogical. So I don't know what's going on. So the first thing, the dog's upstairs in the bedroom. Next thing you know, he finds his way outside. Like I don't know. This movie is it's it's giving the dog way too much power. Like way too much. So this is what they say. So we'll maybe see a drop in Pitbull Mauling, but we'll see an increase in Rottweiler German Shepherd. And again, ban and eliminate all dogs. You do that, no one complains. Just eliminate them. Eliminate them from the face of this earth. All right, this article says pediatrician pit bulls do not belong in homes with children. They don't belong in schools. They don't belong in hospitals. They don't belong in the malls. They don't belong outside in public. They don't belong in parks, in amusement parks. They don't belong in libraries, because children are practically everywhere you go. Whether they're in the womb or not, in a stroller, walking, 17 years old, 5 years old, 8 year old, they are everywhere. Everywhere. God, dogs are worthless. They can only make dogs again in these. Obviously, it's a movie, but they only can make dogs seem somewhat useful in movies. Somewhat, because it's a movie. They can create good, bad things. They can do whatever they want, and that's dangerous. Because again, the average moviegoer, the average dog nut, the average dumbass watching this is gonna fall for this trickery. they're gonna become dog nuts, worse, bad, a lot more dumber dog nuts. Uh, these movies are dangerous. They're dangerous. And again, there's another person narrating the dog, what the dog is thinking or saying. Which, again, because dogs don't talk. Dogs don't talk. They don't speak. We don't know what exactly they're thinking or doing, but we have other people speaking for the dog. That's what owners do. They speak for the dog, thinking they know what the dog is thinking. Thinking they know what the dog wants to say, but in actuality they don't. They just make things up because they're desperate. Because they're desperate. They're desperate and they're dog nuts and they're sick. You know, not once in this whole movie I seen that dog on a leash. Not once. Anyways, as a pediatrician, I am compelled to respond to recent All About Dogs column in the Herald Tribune regarding pit bulls. The author was asked his opinion about adopting a pit bull or pit bull mix in a home with a 6-year-old child. The author, a dog trainer, concludes that there is no reason a pit bull or pit bull mix would possibly be the most lovable pet you've ever had in your life. There's no reason a pit bull or pit bull mix wouldn't possibly be the most lovable pet you've ever had in your life. Unfortunately, he comes to this conclusion by claiming, among other things, that in the past, pit bulls were America's darling and were referred to as nanny dogs. And worse, that controlled studies don't show this breed to be disproportionately dangerous compared to other breeds. And they say, for parents who are looking for advice about choosing a safe family worthless mutt, you are wondering about the safety of pit bulls, I recommend listening to pediatric medical experts, not a dog trainer or animal welfare organizations. So this guy is recommending to not listen to these dog experts, to these dog trainers, dog experts, and other dog people, whatever, or animal, not animal. They say they use animal, but it's really dog welfare organization, because a lot of them are dog nutters or pit nutters, and they're gonna always side with the dog and or pit bull. Whether the pit bull killed a child or not, or their owner, they're always going to side with the pit bull and or dog. They said, but they also say they recommend a pediatric medical expert. But even then, you're still going to get, with this being the exception, this guy or lady being the exception, you're still going to get pit bull nutters or dog nutters that are pediatric medical experts. So it really doesn't matter like who you're gonna talk to these days. But again, you can come to me, Worthless Mutts. Oh. So finally, he gets to leave the dog. So apparently, I guess he's going to college. I guess now now he's dog free. so so the dumb dog is gonna run after the guy. How the hell the dog catches up so fast? So fast. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Just had to do something. But anyways, all right, and they said, "Would you listen to the tobacco industry about safety of smoking?" This is good. That's a good analogy. I mean, it's like pit bulls are dangerous, but you're gonna still ask a pit bull trainer. You ask a pit bull trainer if pit bulls are safe. Claiming pit bulls are just like any other dog and pose no increased risk to children is completely wrong. This unsupported claim is part of what is getting so many innocent children mauled or even killed by these dogs. Because dog lovers they're pit bull nutters, dog lovers, they're just dumb. They're dumb. In my professional opinion, pit bulls do not belong in the homes with children. The medical data is clear. Pit bulls cause about half of the severe injuries to children and very often the worst of the injuries. Again, children, they will get bumps and scrapes riding their bike and they walk off fine. Play sports, they get a little bit of an accident and they walk off fine. They grow up and they're fine. They may get into little fights at school, whatever, and guess what? They walk out of it fine. They may even make up with the guy and say, "Hey, oh, sorry about that." Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, they're all cool. But when it comes to dogs, especially the pit bull attacking these children, oftentimes they can't walk away from it. Oftentimes they can't just shrug their shoulder and continue riding their bike. Many times they can't, make up. Just like if they have a fight with a kid at school, they can make up and say, "Hey, sorry about that," and they forget, and they're all cool. But with dogs, pit bulls, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. And why? It's not like this happens. This only happened once. This happens nearly every single day of the year. If anything, in the last 2 years since I've been doing this, I think it's been happening way more often. In just this 2 years, it's happening way more often than I think it has ever happened. And it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah. Okay, I might skip over this because I think the dog is about to die, which is good, but this stupid music and all this sobbing emotional crap over a worthless mutt is it's depressing. It's a freaking dog. Let the dog die. And again, this movie is called The Dog's Purpose, and throughout the movie, we're 51 minutes in, and I've yet to see what the hell the dog's purpose is. Dog has done absolutely nothing except eat, and they call it playing, but it's like doing nothing. The the dog did nothing. So so all right. So the dog dies, and apparently the dog is reincarnated into another dog, and now the dog is gonna be used as a weapon for the police department, so it can maul, uh, possibly innocent people, whether or not they're innocent or guilty or whatever the case may be. They want the dog to go and maul innocent children, innocent people, guilty or not, and you know how it is. Again, this dog's gonna be used as a weapon, because they're props, they're tools. Um, Again, dogs are dogs are dogs are expandable. Dogs are expandable. They're props. They're weapons. Um, if the police were truly dog lovers, and if police were truly dog lovers, would they really want to risk a dog's life? I mean, you could. I mean, man, the narration is it's so boring. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. So this fool put up a loaded gun near the dog's nose so it can smell it. So the dog can smell the gun. So what if the dog decides to go bite or bite or put his mouth over that gun and that gun goes off? Man, even in movies, dog nuts are just the worst. And overall, so far, this movie's a waste of time. And yo, the nasty ass guy's gonna sleep with a dog in his bed. How do you do that? How do you sleep with a nasty dog in your bed? My goodness. So if you're interested in watching, I'm not gonna watch it here. I'm just gonna read the comments. So there's I don't know if this ad or commercial is satire or supposed to be taken as a joke, or but throughout the whole throughout the whole video, they are demonizing children and uplifting dogs. Pretty much saying dogs are way better than children. Because children, they whine, they cry, they cause a mess, but dogs, they don't. So throughout this, they're demonizing children. They are demonizing children. And pretty much are trying to replace children with dogs. The show again. I've been to the grocery store so many times, and I've never, and I mean never in my life, seen a child do this. I know in some cases I haven't seen, but in some cases it may happen. But I think this is very rare, very, 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 very rare. And they use things like this to demonize a child so they can uplift and hype up the dog. In this scene, they had the child, I think, spit in the lady's face. And then they're gonna say dogs don't do that. Dogs don't care what they eat. Because we know dogs will eat anything. In this one, we have the dog. You know how these worthless mutts will always put their head out the window. Excuse me. Well, kids, they whine and they, cause problems on the drive. You can watch a movie in peace with your worthless mutt. But with children, they cause chaos. You can sleep with your worthless mutt and be fine. But with children, oh no, they give you a headache or whatever. They demonize children. Alright, so in the movie so far, apparently the dog has been shot. The worthless mutt has been shot. Again, they use these things. They use these dogs as weapons, as props. A day later, they're gonna get a new dog anyways. They're props. If these people truly love dogs, why put them in the middle of a war like this? Why do that? If you truly love dogs, you would keep them far away from it. But no, they use dogs as weapons because they're expandable, because they're dangerous, because if one dies, they can just get another one, train it with food, and they're back on top again. So, alright. Overall, right, so far this movie's trash. It's not surprising, but it's what it is. Yeah, so basically in this ad, they're demonizing children. I've worked with children, and you'll get a few that are like that are stupid as heck. You get a few, but overall they're okay. They're again, children are just people, and if you don't know how to talk to people, then that's why you struggle with children, because you don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to socialize well. You don't know how to communicate. So so the next scene, so I guess the dog dies and is recarded into another worthless mutt. And the lady sees everyone with a partner. The lady sees everyone with a partner, but the lady is stuck with the dog. And unfortunately, it's a black lady. It's a black lady watching everyone together with a partner, but this lady is stuck with the dog. And she brings the dog to school. She brings the dog to school. Oh my goodness. I know it's a movie, but man. And look at this man with his Jerry curls. Oh man. And this is like this is like the 80s. It's like the 80s. This isn't like 2022. This is the 80s, and this lady is bringing a dog into school. Why? Why? So it's a black female, lonely, can't get a date, stuck with a dog, eating junk food. This is subliminally a racist black shaming. We got a black female alone with a dog, eating junk food, while everyone else is dating. And she also takes baths while the dog is in the bathroom with her. How did we get here? So, okay, the first dog had a I guess conservative family. And the second dog had a police officer guy. Now this dog has a hurt, broken black female as an owner. And the narration is so annoying. It is so annoying. Anyway, so yeah, back to this. So again, this ad is about demonizing children, and they say the way they demonize kids and praise and project every single human emotion onto dogs is just barbaric and despicable. This is totally disgusting. Even if I try to ignore the part about dogs being kids, which must have made an interesting conception, it shows dogs that are well behaved. How many thousand outtakes were there to get 20 seconds of dogs that are not behaving badly? I wonder how they convince those child actors to play their parts. Sorry about that. Um, this ad targeted towards child free. And again, a lot of people in the child free, again, most of them are dog nutters. It's because they don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to talk to children. Children are people. Just talk to them like they're normal people, like they're people. But when you talk to them like they're I don't know. That's when things happen. They're just people. They're people. They talk. They again. It's how you interact with them. If you're gonna be a douchebag towards anyone, then and you don't like certain things, it's because you're a douchebag. If you're gonna be a douchebag towards children and you say, "Oh, I hate children," it's because you're a douchebag. It's because you are a douchebag. Like again, children are not for everyone. Children are not for everyone, but to hate children, to hate children, and to pick dogs over children is unacceptable. So oh my goodness, they even bring the dogs to a restaurant. Kid you not. So they bring a dog to a restaurant, to a school, in their bed, to a football game, to an amusement park. And none of them, I repeat, none of them had a leash. Okay, except for the dog. The dog in the school had a leash for one reason, but for most of the part, none of these dogs had a leash on. None. And they're bringing them to these places. Which makes it's stupid, man. I have 30 more minutes of this garbage movie. I might have to burn my hard drive after this because, man. The dogs just look nasty, too. Ugh. Dogs are disgusting, man. Ugh. Oh, I can't look at them, man. Ugh. Good gosh. Yikes! And many dogs tear up the houses. If my children don't send me to hospital multiple times for bite wounds, then again there was a time that my child existed. So yeah, dogs are really the best kids in the whole existence of the universe. What the heck? At least my children didn't send me to the hospital multiple times with bite wounds. Then again, there was a time that my children existed. So yeah, dogs are really the best. Oh, come on. So it says, Claire, you have never owned a cat, a dog, or cat. Depending on the breed, it doesn't matter about training. If you have to leave them home 8 hours a day because you work, they will destroy stuff and or kill a child. God, this narration is very annoying. I mean, you gotta be an effed up dog nut to be able to narrate this garbage, man. You gotta have some problem with you, man. And there's probably like they probably have to do this like 20, 30 times, 30 cuts for a sentence. Man, this is just disgusting. God, I hate dogs, man. I can't believe I'm watching this. can't believe I'm watching this. And you have this other dog nut crying for a dog. You have a dog nut crying for a freaking dog. God, these dog nuts, man, there's something bad going on in their brains. So once again, probably for the last time, I'm guessing, the dog is reincarnated into another worthless mutt. You also gotta be a dog nut to have wanted to produce this thing. This is, okay. Did they just compare human children to dogs? Mindless beasts that'll just get replaced when they die. I'm surprised, man. You think the dog nuts would have swarmed in here and would have agreed with this ad, but apparently a lot of people are against this ad. Right out of the blocks, your dog is 100% your kid. Well, unless you made it with the dog, no, they're not. I know, right? What's wrong with these people? Because they're dog nuts. Because they're not dog nuts, man. They're certified dog nuts. You know, real animals will make sound for a reason, to communicate, to warn them about something, to compete, to mate. They make these sounds. They make these sounds for a reason. They don't just roar or whistle or whatever, yap or whatever for no reason. Okay, so they abandoned the dog, and now the worthless mutt has no idea where to go because again, these things are created in labs. They're not real animals. You're not gonna find one of these in the wild. You can't, because even if you put them in the wild, they will die because they can't hunt, can't survive. When they're not near something, they want to attack it. They get anxiety, they get stressed, they get depressed, they get all this crap, man. God, I hate these close-up of these dogs. It's disgusting, man. Ugh, God, I hate dogs, man. This is only make me want to just go and really make me want to go and eliminate a dog. Like, this is, close-ups of these things are just disgusting. I mean, when you see dogs in real life, man, they are ugly. Ugh. Like, these movies and pictures, they don't do justice. Because when you see them in real life, it's like, what the fuck? These things are way uglier than you think they really are. Even with this, whatever, the makeup and all the grooming, they're still ugly as heck. I had animals most of my childhood and recently became a mom. My baby has brought me joy than any animal ever could. Pets are amazing, as in, she means dogs, are amazing, but they are not better than children. Children are a gift from God, and dogs are dogs are a punishment from man, I guess. So just some advice. If you're a dog hater, if you're a dog hater, don't watch this movie. Especially don't watch this movie and eat, because these dogs are just they look they, it's like they look disgusting. Dogs look disgusting. So again, so what this movie is telling us is that dogs, again, if you're a dog nut or a child, you're probably gonna think that dogs reincarnate into other dogs, which is which which I'm gonna say it does not happen. So if you watch it, the dog nuts watch, they're gonna think that this is that dogs reincarnate into other dogs, and I'm gonna say hell no. Dogs are too stupid, ugly, worthless to be able to reincarnate over and over again. It's not happening. It's not happening. Um, Again, dog nuts watching this, they're gonna now accept this as fact. When a dog dies, they're gonna tell their children. They're gonna tell their children, "Oh, little our dog is gonna reincarnate to another dog," and they're gonna believe that. And their children are gonna tell other children. They're gonna tell their own children, and those children are gonna tell someone else. And I get by in 10 years, people are gonna think dogs actually reincarnate into other dogs. Not happening. Again, dogs are too dumb, stupid, and worthless and disgusting to be able to reincarnate into other worthless mutts. Not happening. Plus, dogs are not even real animals. They're not real animals. They're abominations given to us to punish us for whatever reason. Because we get nothing from dogs. We get nothing from dogs. They're worthless and nasty. And again, the title of this movie is called A Dog's Purpose. And I've yet to see the purpose of a dog. What do they do? What do they do? What's their purpose? And I've yet to see anything. Because they're worthless. They're worthless. Even in movies, even in a fictional movie, even in a fictional movie, dogs are still worthless. How do you do that? You're making a movie. You can write dogs to be whatever, but they still write them to be worthless. Again, as dog haters, don't watch this movie. It's disgusting. Don't watch it, man. If you have a weak stomach, do not watch this movie. Oh, you will throw up. Oh, you will definitely throw up. Ugh. This person says this commercial is just trash. First of all, some of the stuff they have kids doing in this ad, most kids actually don't actually do. Like the grocery store and kids screaming in the car. When on road trips, most kids just fall asleep. Secondly, dogs are pretty terrible too. Kids don't make it so they have to get up early and take them for walks so they can do their business somewhere, which you will have to carry home in a plastic bag. They don't make a racket when somebody passes by the house. They don't get here all over the place. They don't start to howl when you leave the house for literally 5 seconds, and you can have real conversations with them. A lot of dog nuts. A lot of dog nuts only like dogs. One reason why they're dog nuts is because dogs don't judge them. Because dogs don't judge them. So dog nuts can do many stupid things. Many stupid things. Say stupid things. Wear stupid things. And the dog won't judge them. Which is why they like dogs a lot. And that's why some of them will think dogs are better than people. Dog lovers like dogs for attention. After your kid gets older, he doesn't require too much attention. He can do things himself or herself. Sorry, yeah, just anyways. Yeah, so they like dogs because of attention. They go home, they leave the house, come in. Their worthless mutt's always gonna jump on them. They call their worthless mutt's a name. Their worthless mutt's always gonna come to them and jump on them, lick their faces, bother them, always be there. You call them, they're there on command. They're not playing video games. They're not doing whatever. They're not going late at night. They're not, they're not independent. And dog lovers want something, dogs, to give them the attention. Because dog lovers are attention whores. They don't like being judged because they're insecure, and they are attention whores. That's why they get dogs. And there's many other reasons too, because of peer pressure to follow the crowd, or they're just stupid, and all that. So, a dog's purpose. What is a dog's purpose? Well, there isn't one. Dogs don't have a purpose. They're dysfunctional. They harm the environment. They can't survive in the environment. They're dependent on people, or I guess you could say people. They're worthless. You leave a dog home for an hour, they get anxiety, they mess up the house, they do nothing. So you go to work for 8 hours and leave the dog home. What is the dog gonna do? Nothing. It does nothing. Like, it does nothing. Doesn't play video games, doesn't like do the lawn, doesn't paint the house, does absolutely nothing. And many of these dog lovers will cut and butcher the dog's testicles, their private areas. That's what they do. They butcher dogs' testicles. They cut it off. Now these dogs are really worthless. Ugh. Yeah, dogs are worthless. Yes. Dogs are worthless, man. Anyways, this movie's garbage. Um, it's it's it's. I'm trying to find a plot, but there's really no plot, really, other than the dog dying and reincarnating. So dogs will reincarnate 4 times in a human's lifetime. 4 times. So this dog is living 4 worthless lives. Can you believe that? Actually, it's 5. Technically, it's 5. So this dog is living 5 worthless lives. Doing the same. Well, it's not doing anything because dogs are worthless. Yeah. Yeah, this movie's trash. This guy looks like I forgot his name. Ryan Gosling. Looks like Ryan Gosling. Mm. What was, He's 1970. He was born in 1976. The guy, like in the movie, he looks like he's like 18 or something. The guy was born in 1976, and he looks 18 in the show. Oh man. This movie is so stupid. Oh, this is a dog. This is a full on dog nuttery movie. It is so friggin' stupid. Ugh. Man, I don't know how I lasted this long, but it is a stupid movie. Dogs have no purpose. Why are they always being rescued? A fictional movie about a dog reincarnating into other mutts. Story, it's horrid. Production wasted on such a worthless subject. Highlight nothing. Main intelligence minus 88. Grossness level 10. Should you watch? No. I'm a movie guy. I watch movies. I watch movies I love, and movies that are repulsive just so I can be a versatile movie critic. A Dog's Purr was just a film to push the dog agenda. I agree. This, it's just dog nuttery. The dogs don't have a purpose. They don't have a purpose. And the 4 times that they were reincarnated, the dogs reincarnated, somehow every single one of these people were depressed and sad. Every one of them was depressed and sad or broken or dysfunctional. The families were dysfunctional. Every single one of them. The first family, dysfunctional. Dad was an alcoholic and kind of hit his wife after a while, because that was a dog's fault. The second guy, as a police officer, a bit depressed because he lost someone, they didn't really say. Third one, the black female, depressed, single, carrying the dog everywhere she goes. Then somehow the dog finds his old owner, and he's depressed and sad. And all of a sudden, since the dog is there, he's happy. After a while, the police officer gets happy with the dog. After a while, the black female gets happy with the dog. It's crazy. This is just pure dog nuttery. They're telling us that you ain't happy if you don't have a dog. You ain't shit if you don't have a dog. You remain depressed if you don't have a dog. That's what they're pretty much saying. That's what they're saying. Because every person who had or didn't have a dog, whatever the case may be, they were depressed. After a while, once they started to like the dog, they became happier. Again, I know I keep saying a lot, but the black female didn't find a partner because of her. She found a partner because of the worthless mutt. So they're telling us, hey, if you don't have a dog, you ain't finding no one. This is pure dog nuttery, people. Pure dog nuttery. Actually, I'm going to finish this first. No, I'm a movie guy. I watch movies I love and watch movies that are repulsive just so I can be a versatile movie critic. A Dog's Purpose was just a film to push the dog agenda. I highly agree. I watched this movie and I have failed to see the purpose of this film. No pun intended. There was nothing here in this movie. Nothing. Don't watch this movie. Yeah, the movie was garbage. It's garbage, boring, dog nuttery of a film, which is no surprise. I mean, should I feel surprised? No, I don't. But still, this movie exists, and it exists for one purpose, and that is to push this dog nuttery narrative. They say the German Shepherd abuse boycott this film, and if a dog is forced to be in the military or police force, they're being abused. They're being abused. They're being abused to die. They're being abused to harm people. They're a prop. They're expandable. It's true. It's true. Unfortunately, this person had German Shepherd for 35 plus years, and I know what their fear looks like. This makes me sick. The handler and all those involved should be charged with animal. Oh my god. Problems because animal cruelty during this film. It won't support and anyone who loves animals, especially dogs, animal cruelty. This could set a precedent when nothing happens after animal cruelty and should be drastic. Other than the police part, I didn't really see any. Well, okay. Other than owning a dog, and I didn't see like physical, obvious dog abuse. So dumb, especially one of the dumbest, most poorly acted, terribly written movies I have ever seen. A reincarnated dog? What on earth? Dog nutters, man! Dog nutters! Dog nutters, man. Dog nutters. Who thought this was a good idea? What's worse than a dog dying in a movie? Oh boy. A dog dying several times because they're worthless. The dogs died, what, 4 times? 5 times? Just to live 5 worthless lives. Just so the dog can play with a flat, deflated, ugly ball. I've cried in the theaters twice, Avengers, Infinity War, and this depressing movie. This dog gets abused, starved, shot, and all things in between. This is by far the worst movie I've ever seen. Read the book. Everything about the movie is wrong. There were only 4 dogs, and Toby had a much bigger part and deserved much more than what they did at the beginning of the movie. Toby taught Bailey how to escape. Bailey taught Ellie how to rescue. Who cares? A dog's purpose is not to be a human's aid, and that's all you've seen in this movie. Depress people with dogs. Depress people with dogs. Depress people with dogs. So are you saying? Are you saying? That majority of dog lovers are depressed? This wouldn't be surprising. Which wouldn't be surprising at all, but let's say painful. Stupid movie, but women like it. Does my dog love me or only his previous owner? Doesn't Hollywood understand killing a dog on screen is the hardest thing? Dog nutter. And all they care, even a fictional movie, they're uptight about killing a dog being killed. For all ages under. For all ages 12 and under. Yep. This movie tried hard to be engaging, but for me at least felt utterly. There is a plot, sort of, and there is a few nice scenes, but mostly it's just one contrivance after another. The dog characters all the same soul again. Dogs do. I'm not sure about the soul thing, but if souls are actually real, dogs don't have them. Are sympathetic. Sadly, many of the human characters are not. The plot relies on their feelings, so this is clearly by design. Cheap attempts, tearing up the heartstrings. Yeah. So there you have it. Some of the negative reviews. And this movie, I think it's a 7 if I checked. Yeah, a 7.2 for this crap. 7.2. 7.2 for this garbage movie. All right then. Gonna end it there. Next movie that I will be presenting, if my stomach can tolerate anymore, is A Dog's Journey. Um, yeah, it's. So it says on the thing, it says, pick up where A Dog's Journey left off. Ethan's Dennis Quaid, beloved dog Bailey, voiced by Josh Gad, finds a new destiny. Project Ethan's granddaughter, CJ, at any cost. Must protect Ethan's granddaughter at any cost. Bailey's adventure through multiple lives is filled with love. I don't want to say that because, anyway. So, yeah, things I do, man. I gotta tolerate um, this dog nuttery. Um, yeah, the movie was trash. Story was garbage. Even though this is fictional, but it's still garbage. There's still some things that are like, even though this movie is fictional, they at least could have made the dogs a little bit more intelligent, or more at least good to look at. But they can't. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this commentary again. Um, it's another worthless mutt, Gore the Dog Butcher, and remember, it's okay to hate dogs. Thank you for joining me.